Xavier University Television Studio, this is Xavier News. Your campus, your region, your world. This is Xavier News.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today is February 2nd. My name is Raya Franklin.
And my name is Owen Gorsuch. Welcome back to Xavier News.
Happy Black History Month, Musketeers. Throughout this season, we want to introduce you to various Black historical figures. Our first Black figure is Miss Ruby Bridges. At the age of 6 years old, she was one of the first African-American children to desecrate an all-white school in the South. Despite the danger and backlash she received from the white community, she was determined to continue her education. Because of her young age and bravery, she became a symbol for the civil rights movement. Her story continues to echo through generations, reminding us of the power in education to continue to fight for justice.
A simpler version of the free application for federal student aid, also known as FAFSA, will be available for the upcoming academic year. Thanks to the FAFSA Simplification Act signed into federal law by President Joe Biden in 2020, this new version will now be available in 11 commonly spoken languages and be condensed into around 50 questions. The Department of Education reports that the relaunch will increase low and middle income students' ability or eligibility for financial aid awards and provide a smoother application process for all applicants.
10 new members have joined Xavier Student Government Association. They joined President and Vice President Nick Jepson and Noel DeLumpa in representing Xavier student community, starting with remodeling the line system for basketball games. All members of the SGA have begun meeting and will continue to meet every Monday at 3 p.m.
The Xavier track and field teams are off to a quick start. They achieved significant success during the Bellarmine Open in Louisville over the weekend. In their debut this season, Xavier earned 12 top 10 finishers and 6 top 10 program records between both the women and men's team. Their biggest victory was achieved by Layla Hankerson, who set a new program record for the 60-meter dash event in just 7.62 seconds. Other accolades include an almost 8.5-minute time on the 3,000-meter run by Trevor Nolan on the men's team, a 9th-place finish in the 400-meter dash by Maddie Rivera, and a 2nd-place finish on the 60-meter hurdles by Liam Willman.
Ex-contractor Charles Littlejohn was sentenced to 5 years in prison for releasing the tax records of former President Donald Trump to New York Times. In addition, he also leaked the tax records of Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk to ProPublica. U.S. District Judge Anna C. Reyes said, "What you did in targeting the President of the United States was an attack on our constitutional rights." Littlejohn testified that he acted out of a misguided belief that he was serving the public. Following the sentencing, he said, "I made my decision with the full knowledge that I would likely end up in the courtroom." The IRS has said any disclosure of taxpayers is unacceptable and since then has tightened up security.
Last Sunday, a drone strike in Jordan killed 3 U.S. Army Reserve soldiers and injured 40 more. This Wednesday, the White House determined that the drone strike was caused by the Islamic resistance in Iraq. President Biden announced that the United States will retaliate, but did not provide any further detail.
The U.S. Olympic figure skating team received a gold medal this week, nearly 2 years after the 22 Beijing Winter Games. Russian skater Kamil Valieva led her team to first place at 15 years old, but was disqualified after her doping test came back positive. It was announced this week that the now 17-year-old Valieva will be banned from the competition until December of next year.
Looking for a tasty way to welcome in the weekend? Here's Luke Yokley with more.
My name is Madison Sutton. I work in the Office of Student Involvement, and this is my first year at Xavier. Food Truck Fridays are when we bring food trucks from around the greater Cincinnati area and onto Xavier's campus, just for a little bit of culture, to bring more culture, more different food types that is not on Xavier. It helps respond with community engagement. It's really supposed to bring more people out from their dorms or from their homes and just get them onto campus. This Friday is Canadian food, and Dustin really wanted to get President Hainich out because we're having poutine. The event is located outside Gallagher most of the times. Sometimes we'll bring it on to Bellarmine Circle if we have other events going on, and then other times it's either inside Gallagher if it's like rainy or too cold for people to go outside. The process to get them involved is really quite simple. We get the contact information from a website called Cincinnati Food Truck Association, or if we can't find a food truck we want, either Dustin or someone in the office will find it for us.
My name is Jamel Freeman. Company is Top Fries, and we've been established for 2 years now. This is our second season. We are a event-based food truck. We do events only. So wherever they call us, we're coming. We do all sorts of loaded fries, different toppings, different proteins, different sauces. Today we did poutine fries here at Xavier. I think they turned out pretty decent. The things we typically prepare for when we come to events, do a count of the fries, how many fries we need, how much protein we need, the amount of different sauces, oils, just gloves. It's just a whole list of things we go over on each event.
It helps the smaller local communities branch out. So if it's on campus and a student really likes it, it helps them bring in more customers. It can't be a big food truck, so we can't do Skyline. It has to be something small, and it cannot challenge one of the options on campus. We get a lot of feedback about liking it, wanting more options or like more servings, because we can only do limited servings. It lets people know that Xavier exists, because a lot of people don't know that Xavier exists, and so when we reach out, they're like, oh, I've never heard of this place.
Don't miss the 66th Annual Grammy Awards this Sunday, hosted by comedian Trevor Noah. The show takes place in the Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles, starting at 8 p.m. Some of the most notable performers include Billy Joel, Travis Scott, Luke Combs, Olivia Rodrigo, Dua Lipa, Burna Boy, Billie Eilish, Joni Mitchell, U2, SZA, and more. 3 new award categories will debut at this year's show: Best African Music Performance, Best Alternative Jazz Album, and Best Pop Dance Recording. We can't wait to see all the extravagant red carpet looks, who takes who, and of course, who takes home the awards. Tune in on CBS or Paramount Plus to join in on the fun.
The 2024 Australian Open came to an end this past Sunday, and boy, were the results dramatic. Jannik Sinner made history for Italian tennis, coming back from 2 sets down to defeat Daniil Medvedev in an absolutely incredible final. Sinner captured his first Grand Slam and became the first Italian in 50 years to win a major title. Aryna Sabalenka comfortably defeated her opponents to defend her Australian Open title. Sabalenka won without dropping a set the entire tournament, proving to be a force to be reckoned with on the women's tour.
On Sunday, 2 activists threw soup at the Mona Lisa located at the Louvre in Paris. The activists are part of the environmental group Riposte Alimentaire, meaning food response. In a series of social media posts, they ask others, what is more important, art or the right to a healthy and sustained diet? The activists claim they wanted to draw attention to the unsustainable food production and hunger in Paris. In the past years, Vincent van Gogh's Sunflower and various Renaissance-era paintings have received similar attacks by activist groups.
Looking for a nice place to get coffee nearby? Here's Lauren McAllister with more.
Cream and Sugar has been open for 3 years. June 6th, during COVID. Originally it was supposed to open in March of that year. Of course, everybody knows what happened. The world shut down, so opened up 3 months later. Well, my wife, which is Taryn Kennerbrew, and a friend of ours, Crystal Grace, we've all been knowing each other for 40 plus years. Both are foodies, both like coffee. So Cream and Sugar was birthed from their idea. Both are my Army vets, so they decided to open up Cream and Sugar and provide the neighborhood, this community, with another option. If you notice and you look at our menu, we don't have any meat products at all. So we wanted to provide a healthier choice for individuals to come and enjoy.
Been coming to Cream and Sugar since its inception. Taryn is a phenomenal business owner. I met her at an event that I was speaking at, and when she finally got the shop open, I was like, I gotta come out. And it's just a good vibe every time we come in here.
A variety of people come in, from politicians to other business owners, Xavier students, UC students.
Drew me into coming into Cream and Sugar was that I hadn't really been to any coffee shops around school that weren't Starbucks or the Dunkin' Donuts down the way, so I wanted to go somewhere that wasn't just a chain.
Being here on the corner has been great in Evanston. As I mentioned earlier, it's to provide the community another option for coffee houses I don't believe we have any other ones in Evanston. There was one right down the street in Norwood at Xavier University, but that's a chain. And so, and it's a place where we wanted people to come and be communal, if I can use that word, make connections. And connections are being made here at Cream and Sugar Coffee House.
Tekken 8 was released last week, and fans all over the world have been enjoying it. The game quickly became the second most popular fighting game in the world. The near 30-year-old franchise released its newest installment after a 9-year wait. The game features 32 characters and returning fan favorites from previous games. The game is currently going viral for the detailed customization options players can apply to their characters.
A new month means new events to mark on your calendar. You can start your weekend off with free empanadas from Shea, sponsored by today's Food Truck Friday. They'll be available in 4 different flavors from 6 to 8 outside of Gallagher. The Hub is offering 2 different exercise classes, tandem cycling and cardio dance. Right before the watch party for the men's basketball game on Saturday, Gallagher will provide students with a comfy space featuring snacks and a big screen to cheer on Xavier as they face DePaul at 9. To end the weekend, you can join 4 Paws or the Pickleball Club for an off-campus excursion. 4 Paws will be visiting the Newport Aquarium at noon, and the Pickleball Club will head to Aces Pickleball and Kitchen at 4 o'clock for an open play. Head to Engage XU for more information.
That's all from the news desk.
We'll be right back with the weekend weather report.
Hello, my name is Maite Delgado, and this is your Xavier Weekend Forecast. Appears that spring is indeed upon us, according to Punxsutawney Phil. So on Friday, we have a high of 48 and a low of 34. On Saturday, a high of 50 and a low of 30. And on Sunday, a high of 54 with a low of 30. That's it for your Xavier's Weekend Forecast. We'll be right back after this break with Drew on Sports.
The lack of professional sports here in the Tri-State, let's get started with Xavier Athletics. The men's basketball team got steamrolled by #1 ranked UConn Huskies, but bounced back against Rick Pitino and St. John's. They now travel to Chicago to take on DePaul Saturday and come back to host Villanova Wednesday night. There would be no better time for the boys to start a win streak than right now. The women's basketball team fell short to the Red Storm and now become 1-18 on the year. They have this weekend off, but travel to Nebraska to take on the Blue Jays Tuesday. The track team takes place in the PNC Bank Bellarmine Classic down in Louisville today. The men's swim team heads up to Miami, Ohio tomorrow. Men's tennis will host Cleveland State tomorrow, and women's tennis will host the Hoosiers Sunday at 10 a.m. Well, that is a wrap on the Sports Report this week. Go X!